What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we're recapping the Suns vs. Clippers Game 3. Suns had a 2-0 lead, and the Clippers needed to answer to not go down 3-0. It's pretty much a death sentence if you hit 3-0, and they did do just that. They win this game 106-92, and it really fell apart in the end for the Suns. You can see here in the first half, you had a nice back-and-forth affair. Both teams really fighting it out. I think the Clippers had a lead as large as 8, and then the Suns had one at 6 at one point, but nobody really ran away with anything in the first half. It was a 2-point game, 48-46 at halftime, but then Mr. Terrence Mann, the guy that closed out the series for the Clippers against the Jazz last series, came up big here in the third quarter and started a little run. He had 8 straight points all of a sudden, Mr. Terrence Mann did. He ended up with 12 on the night, but that 8 points was huge in the third quarter to just give them that little boost to take the lead. And then here comes Paul George and company to then cap it off. And the lead fluctuated a little bit. They led by as much as 18, and the lead went all the way down to about 6, I think. Then the Suns looked like they may have a chance to come back, but every time they got close, the Suns hit them back and went right back up into the double digits, and the Suns just really never could recover, and it was due to the lack of ability to score from 2 of their best scorers. Mr. Devin Booker, 5 for 21, 1 for 7 from the three-point land. Could not get anything going. He only had 15 points. You can see the plus-minus of minus 15. Chris Paul as well went 5 for 19, 2 for 7 from 3, 15 points from him. He did have 12 assists, but that lack of ability to score at an efficient rate really hurt them. You can see here as a team, they shot 39%, 31% from 3, but the Clippers were 45% and 35% from 3. Paul George didn't have a great clip either, but he ended it with 27. Reggie Jackson had 23. Zubac, 10 free throw attempts, made 9 of them, ended up with 15. He had a plus-minus of 28, plus 28 that is. So really solid game for the Clippers. And more than offensively, so we talk about Chris Paul and Devin Booker not shooting well, and that was partly because they missed a couple of shots, but got to give credit to the Clippers' defense. The Clippers' defense was phenomenal tonight. Of course, Pat Bev is known for his perimeter defense. Paul George, the same thing. But people like Terrence Mann and Reggie Jackson also got in on that. Zubac had a couple of blocks, I believe. If you look here, yeah, Zubac had 2 blocks. Terrence Mann had a huge block in a big point in the game where the Suns were trying to make their comeback. Devin Booker drove the lane, went to hit a runner, and Terrence Mann went up there and sent it back the other way. Great, great defense from the Clippers, who obviously are usually known for defense, especially with Kawhi when he's back, one of the best two-way players in the game. And got to give credit to them. As much as Chris Paul and Devin Booker really failed in a sense of not being able to put points on the board, it was not all just the lack of production from them. It was great, great defense. So, all in all, of course, you had a 14-point blowout. As I said, I think the Suns had a 12-0 run down 18 to make it back to a 6-point lead. But outside of that, they never really made it close, and the Clippers just ended up owning this game. But you can see here, 92 points for the Suns is not nearly what they expect. They usually average, I think, around 116 or something like that. Very high-scoring team. Chris Paul getting there, attacking the basket. DeAndre Ayton usually can get around 15 to 20. He did have 18 tonight, but then Devin Booker usually pairs that up with like 30 or 35, especially in these playoffs, that just did not pan out. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, that's my breakdown of the game. You let me know what you guys think about this game. Let me know what you think about this series. I still have the Suns winning it. A series is a very up and down affair. I think the Suns even should come back and win this next game. No Kawhi is really going to end up hurting the Clippers in the long run, but it's nice to see the Clippers have some fight in them. And the big thing about the home court advantage is when your role players come into play. And Terrence Mann just absolutely shines at home. Then, of course, Zubac is showing up with 15 points. Reggie Jackson with 23. Some of those role players step in and really show up in these kind of situations, and that is what did it for him. But you guys let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, in the description below, there's a Discord link. Hop in our Discord and come talk some sports with us. And last but not least, there are donation links in the description below. If you feel so kind, you could donate to the channel. And until next time, see ya!